Good morning and welcome to Stand Up for Jehovah. Well, you didn't think I'd finished with the Awake magazines, did you? There's an endless stream of humour coming out of those bad boys. I will personally be devastated if we lose that fine magazine, that provision from Jehovah, full of loving nuggets of uselessness. I've got two special things in today's programme. I've got letters from my readers, which is brilliant, and I'll start with that. But at the end, I've also got incontrovertible evidence that the governing body are not divinely inspired, written in their own hand, their own admission. I'm sure you'll be excited to find out what it is. So first of all, from my readers, I don't normally refer to letters or comments that people make, but these are absolutely priceless. Louise, I get all my medical authoritative updates from Awake magazines. I do not read such puerile publications as the British Medical Journal, the Lancet, JAMA or the New England Journal of Medicine. Thank you very much, Arnold. I'm really glad that you go to the source of all medical knowledge and not those stupid magazines that the medical profession publish. And this one's absolutely beautiful. I know that when I need to service the transmission on a vehicle, I go straight to my bound volumes. I'm still waiting on Jehovah for the Nissan edition though. But Fords and Chevys are no problem. Captain Hollick, that's a thing of beauty. Thank you so much. I must remember to look up the Nissan edition. That's what I drive. Okay. Well, I'm not going to look at questions from readers today. I'm going to look at the articles within the Awake magazines, and I looked at a different year, 2001. And there's a really nice little pattern going on here. You know when you have your appraisal at work and they give you a shit sandwich, which is a technical management term, and they say something nice to you when you come in, and then they give you some feedback that makes you want to slit your wrists, and then they say something nice at the end and they hope that you won't notice that it's been a shit sandwich, but actually you just want to go home and weep. Well, it's not quite a shit sandwich, it's more of a shit first and then a nice little item at the end to cheer you up, like they do on the news. Oh, death, destruction, rape. And here's a picture of some kittens. Don't lose any sleep. So this pattern has repeated itself loads and loads in the Awake articles. Awake, January the 8th, 2001. Trapped in a loveless marriage. Your marriage can be saved. Eat your vegetables. January 22nd. When a health crisis engulfs you, caught in a swirl of emotions. Fire! Which extinguisher should you use? I'm guessing that's a particular problem among Jehovah's Witnesses. Which one? I personally have 32 different fire extinguishers in my house, and I was very grateful for that article. It came just in time before my house burnt down, but I knew which extinguisher to choose. April the 8th. Cities, why in crisis? What future for cities? A closer look at your hair. These, by the way, are all absolute titles in that order in these magazines. May the 8th. Prisons in crisis. Could the Holocaust happen again? The genuine Panama hat made in Ecuador? Question mark. Ooh, little cliffhanger there. Is the Panama hat really made in Ecuador? In the back of your mind, you're like prisons in crisis and the Holocaust. Oh, the Panama hat. Oh, causes a lot of confusion, this, doesn't it? You notice they like the word crisis as well. June 22nd. Is the world running out of water? Where has all the water gone? The love song of the cricket. Oh. And then my personal favourite, August the 8th. Myths and facts about older ones. This isn't a shit sandwich edition. I just found this utterly hilarious. Myths and facts about older ones. Is this a pressing problem? Are there a lot of myths and facts about... Myths about older ones. There are lots of them. Facts about older ones. They're older than you. Anyway, I was really intrigued about what the myths and facts actually were, not the stupid ones that were running through my head. So this is the opener. Myths about old age abound. Do they? We're all wandering around puzzling. Old age. Oh, myths about old age. Do you know, my head is full of nonsense facts about older ones, and I can't seem to find the answers anywhere. Myths about old age abound, aging, exploding the myths A publication of the World Health Organization. Don't they love the World Health Organization? A publication of the World Health Organization's Aging and Health Program exposes the fallacy of some of these myths. Consider a few examples. Myth: most older people live in the industrialized world. So what? So what if that's a myth or a fact? Who cares? Basically, this whole article has just been lifted straight out of a report from the WHO, and it's got 3 or 4 myths and facts, and that's it. It's not even trying to make you scared of anything. I wasn't scared of old people after I'd read this article. I have no idea why that article was in there. Anyway, let's go back to the shit sandwiches. August the 22nd. When terror strikes! Post-traumatic stress, what is it? And then the colourful commodes. Now I must point out the spelling here because it doesn't mean the colourful toilets, the colourful causes, the multicoloured crappers that you may come across. It's commodes, K-E-R-M-O-D-E-S. I don't know. Oh, an insect, an animal, and who cares? They're colourful anyway. And now back to my favourite issue, my birthday issue, my horoscope issue. October the 8th, 2001. There was no shit sandwich in this horoscope issue, but I think there were some really strong messages for me. Popular celebrations, harmless fun. The truth about popular celebrations. And then, no nice one at the end. Nothing about insects or toilets or Panama hats. How tolerant is God? So after you've ruminated over how truly harmful popular celebrations are, it's then followed up with a how tolerant is God? Not very, I'm guessing, if you dare to celebrate any popular celebration. That was my birthday issue. That's what I had on my birthday. What a message. Anyway, let's have one last from our readers' letter, because they are beautiful, aren't they? From our readers, February the 22nd, 2001. Internet pornography. I received the June the 8th, 2000 issues with the series Internet Pornography, What Harm Can It Do? Boy, did it hit home. A month or so prior to that, I found my husband looking at pornography on the computer. He had just hooked it up that very day. Really? Don't you think that's what every husband in the whole world says? Oh, shit, it's the first time I've ever looked at it, honest. So she's like, must write a letter to the awake. It's the first time he ever looked at porn, honest. Blah, blah, blah. There's another one. I would like to express my gratitude for these articles. I have battled the problem of viewing pornography for almost 8 years. Recently, I prayed and resolved to quit my addiction to pornography. That very day I received these articles. Oh man, Jehovah's been watching you jerk off on the computer for 8 years, and he's thought, yeah, I'm going to send that young man an article. He needs a bit of help. That very day. And then, in the same edition on internet pornography, here's another letter from readers. Neckties. I don't think this is a pornography one. Neckties. I want to express my appreciation for the interesting article. Neckties, then and now. I am the mother of 3 children, and I am teaching them to love Jehovah. My oldest son is 13 years old. You know what's coming, don't you? And neither he nor I knew how to tie a necktie so that he could fulfill his assignments on the Theocratic Ministry School. My husband, the bastard, who is an unbeliever, has never worn one. This poor child. He's got a mother working hard, 3 kids. He's got an unbelieving father. That poor little boy can't go on to the Theocratic Ministry School because he can't do his necktie up. Thank you for showing us how to tie a necktie in such a simple way. I despair at the level of education of these people. I'm amazed that she could even put a letter together and that she was literate enough to send it in. Anyway, you've been waiting for this bombshell, haven't you? Evidence that the magazines are not divinely inspired. Evidence that the governing body do not get their information straight from Jehovah. It's from a letter from readers in the April 22nd, 2001. Please feel free to look it up. I'm not making this up. And the article is called Watery Goulash. And somebody's written a letter. I thought I would try the recipe for Hungarian goulash in the article The Spice That Came From Halfway Around the World, September the 8th, 2000. Everything was going great until it said to add 2 quarts of water. My goulash looked like soup instead of the stew that the picture shows. Did I misunderstand the recipe? And this is the reply from Ed. Now, you remember when I phoned up Bethel and they wouldn't give me a name? They just said it's L-E-H. This guy gets a name, Ed. There's a guy called Ed who writes letters. Anyway, this is what Ed said, not divinely inspired. No, we erred in calling it a stew, since the recipe is actually for a Hungarian goulash soup. So Jehovah erred. We erred. You've got it there in black and white. Black and white, we erred. However, don't let this stumble you too much. They do go on to say, interestingly though, some readers tried the recipe and have written to say how much they enjoyed it. So even Jehovah's errors turn out okay in the end. Thank you for listening to, say it with me, Stand Up for Jehovah.